Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching Boom, Political Vigilante Making Gotham Great Again. You know, if you watch the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight series, in the second one, The Dark Knight, spoiler alert, he takes the fall because for Harvey Dent and puts himself at risk, takes the uncomfortable position. And he's called on it. Dark Knight Rises. And he did what was right. And sometimes it cost him his reputation, cost him a lot of things. I remember I liked Tulsi Gabbard when I first heard about her. But now she's like, I'm going to show you what she said. I'm going to show you her words. She's in favor of this really awful anti-LGBT law in Florida. It's awful. And look, man, there's videos of me saying, I think Tulsi's awesome. And if Bernie picked her as his VP, they'd be a great team. And then also I started to like, no, I called her out when everybody was like, Tulsi. And some pretty big shows were like crazy. She was on a bunch of indie left media shows, never on my show because I had Peter Frederick on my show. And now some people might say, oh, Peter Frederick, he's nuts. He's a loose cannon. But Peter Frederick came on my show and he showed me her ties to Modi, getting money, funding from Modi. And I took a lot of shit for doing that video. I took a lot of shit. And when I started to see little cracks, I was like, and sometimes I'll be honest with you, I bit my tongue a little bit because I was like, well, but no. And then I was like, I'm done. And when she endorsed Joe Biden, there's a video of me calling her a sellout, calling her. And I was furious. The pandemic had just hit. I was stuck in my apartment. And I was like, she's selling us out for Joe Biden. And then 2 weeks later, Bernie. And I was like, I'm done with all of them. I'm done with all of them. And so I called out, I was wrong about Tulsi. You know, I liked her anti-interventionist stance in Syria. I liked when she called Hillary Clinton a warmonger. I liked when she called out in the debates. She called out Kamala Harris for when Kamala locked up all those black people when she was Attorney General of the state of California. I'm like, oh yeah. But now we're starting to see Tulsi is just an opportunist. She's just an opportunist. And there's video footage of her as a kid, like growing up in a cult, saying gays. This horrible ad she put on TV in Hawaii, saying we don't like gays, basically. So she just put this out on Twitter. Okay. So when I first heard about Florida's parental rights bill, I was shocked. It only protects K through 3. Third grade, how about 12th grade? Not at all. Meanwhile, schools are failing. 1 in 4 graduates are functionally illiterate. Parents should raise their kids, not the government. Oh, God. Like, you got to be kidding me, man. So let's hear what she has to say.
You may have seen in the news recently, or you may be a parent who's experienced how parental rights are under attack all across the country as the government tries to usurp parents' rights and responsibility to raise their own children. And we should all support the parental rights and education bill that recently passed in Florida, which very simply bans government and government schools from indoctrinating woke sexual values.
No, it doesn't. It's anti-LGBTQ.
A captive audience that
Liar.
is by law required to attend. But as I read the legislation, I got to tell you, I was shocked to learn that it only protects kids from kindergarten till 3rd grade. 3rd grade? What about 12th grade? Or not at all? Now, government has no place in our personal lives. Government has no place in our bedrooms. Parents are the ones responsible for raising their kids and instilling in them a moral foundation, not the government. Now, the reality that we're facing in this country is our schools are failing. Nationally, 34% of students are below basic reading level in the 4th grade. 25% of high school graduates are functionally illiterate. Now, I'm confident that if our schools focused on educating our kids, teaching them the fundamentals, things like English, math, science, civics, history, we would see our literacy rates improve and set our young people up for success. They'll be thinking logically, thinking critically, and thinking for themselves. This is what our public schools should focus on.
Well, that sounds good. Oh, wow. Oh, that's what the bill. If you don't know anything about the bill, you'd be like, oh, okay.
You may have seen in the...
What the fuck? I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to her talk again. So, like, let's show what the responses were. This is Jordan Sheridan, who's been on the show from Status Quo. Tulsi Gabbard says she read the Don't Say Gay bill. If she did, she needs glasses. This has nothing to do with parental rights and everything to do with attacking LGBTQ people. Right? The Humanist Report. It's actually funny that you went hard right because the left saw through your fake bullshit. You're pathetic loser, and it's hilarious watching you get more craven by the day. Lauren Steiner. I was on her 4 years ago. Took such shit for her stance for pointing out inconsistencies. This is more cultural war bullshit instead of dealing with the economic class warfare on the people by the government, the 1% in the media. Parents shouldn't raise their kids. Parents should raise, not the government. So now we're taking all the power away from schools. What type of education are we suggesting? An education of choice where students are only taught what parents feel comfortable with instead of real history, real issues? Oh, right. Exactly, Tulsi, because we have schools like getting rid of offensive material like Animal Farm. Maybe they should all be homeschooled like you, Tulsi. So you were raised to think gays are dirty and wrong. And you made this video saying, I changed my stance. And I even supported it. I was like, well, she changed her stance. We all had different views when we were young. And I supported her for that. But clearly, Tulsi just goes wherever the wind blows. She's like, oh, hell, maybe, the Democrats are going to get crushed in the midterms. I'm going to start going a little more right. If the Green Party got power, she'd be like, I've always been a Green. You know what I mean? And if it was like the Proud Boys Party, she'd be like, I'm a proud girl. She's just going to say whatever she can. Such a bad take. Parents don't own their kids. Children have rights, including right to education about life and the world they live in. Education, not indoctrination, which happens at home. I'm a single mom. There isn't a second salary. Should I quit my job to get my kid through school? Will the government pay my mortgage, car insurance, gas, food, all other expenses, online learning for the 1.25 years COVID was a huge setback? No, thanks. Public school, that's what public school is. How are you? So we're all supposed to homeschool? That takes a lot of money. One parent has to stay home. Both parents are working, or you have single parent households. They're supposed to take, and sure, we should monitor what the schools are teaching kids, but schools are also a good way to hear other points of view than the one you're hearing in your family. I grew up in a very liberal, my dad was a college professor. He was a theater professor. My parents were very liberal. And I went to schools and some of the kids had but some of them had different points of view for me. And that was a good thing for me to hear. Even if I didn't agree with it, you're a young kid, you're still learning about the world, you're formulating your opinions. I mean, look at all the stuff we weren't taught in schools that I've covered on this show, like Russia. I didn't know Russia lost 25 million people in World War II. All the stuff Lee Camp and I cover on government secrets that is not covered in our school system. This is right wing. This is right wing nonsense. Unfortunately, many states, including Republican-led ones, are refusing to pass school choice legislation despite overwhelming public support, which prevents poor and middle-class families from assessing the financial resources for school choice. Most parents don't show up to parent-teacher meetings or have no clue what their kids are learning nor interest unless it's some hot political topic of the day and heard from the same people who want to give taxpayer money to religious schools and privatize public schools. Wells said, some fucking white idiot says this. Yeah. Tulsi didn't cut it as a burn, bro, so she's pivoting back to her 2002 views. She'll be calling gay marriage a states' rights issue by next year. Yeah. Prevent the red wave. Register to vote now. Unreal. Unreal. But I mean, are we shocked she's gotten so right wing? The jury got it right, finding Rittenhouse not guilty on all charges. So this is a Blue Lives Matter talking point. I've talked about this. Other Tulsi supporters have taken this ridiculous, racist, stupid, wrong stance. Rittenhouse had 5 charges. Murder, you could debate that. Debatable. Did he go there within? You have to prove intent for the murder. One of the charges was reckless endangerment, which carries, I think, a minimum sentence of 10 years. I'm not a lawyer, obviously. A minimum, like they could have gotten him on that. You bring a gun to a protest rally. All right, some kid made a video showing that the corporate media kept saying state lines, state lines. Great. A video that shows the corporate media is dumb and doesn't know what they're talking about. I showed you a video of an experiment. A white guy walking down the street with an AR-15, just like Rittenhouse had, in a state that's legal, and the cops just come up and ask him questions. Can I ask why you're doing this? He's like, it's my right. I understand that. They're all polite. Same thing. Black man, legal gun owner, AR-15 in a state where you're allowed to do that. 6 cop cars come up. Get down, get down, get down. I showed you that TikTok. So this is, again, wrong. Why are all the people that vote and all the YouTubers that were big, Tulsi, 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 where are all their videos saying we were wrong? I got it wrong. I've made videos saying I got it wrong. I was wrong about Tulsi. I've owned it. Where are your videos saying this? Oh, because you believe this nonsense? So it's just contrarian. Whatever the liberal media says, I'm going to just say the opposite. Okay. Well, the liberal media all agrees that the earth is round. Are you going to start doing flat earth videos? The jury got it right, finding Rittenhouse not guilty on all charges. The fact that charges were brought before any serious investigation. What are you talking about? There was a trial. Oh, no serious investigation? 3 people were shot, 2 of them dead. Is evidence that the government was motivated by politics, which itself should be considered criminal. No, you dumb fuck. 2 people are dead. And is that anywhere? What about the families of the people that died, you stupid Hindu nationalist cult member? Am I literally the only show that gets it right all the time and I take shit for it? How is this possible? All of the people too who were like pro-Tulsi, they're all spoke at some mandate rally. The fucking mandates are over. Why are you even at that dumb rally? I was right. I was right. Okay. I was right about Tulsi. And I took a bunch of shit. When I called her out, people lost it. Graham, I'm mad at you. I was right. 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 This is the kind of stuff white nationalists say. So she's a Hindu nationalist. So she's going to side with the white nationalists. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. I stand alone. I stand alone. Tulsi, like me, Ron Placone, we're the only, and we were like, we liked, and I'll admit, I was wrong about Tulsi. And the minute I knew that, I did videos on it. I guess it's hard to do Tulsi Gabbard. I was wrong about Tulsi Gabbard videos when she was actually on your show, because you might want to get her back on your show. That's good for clicks. I've never had her on my show. I'd love to have her on my show. I'd crucify her for these tweets. Tulsi, you want to come on my show? Would you like to come on my show and debate your bullshit stances? I don't think you got the stones for that. You only go on shows where people stroke you. Yeah, come on my show. You going to run as a Republican now? Because this sounds like you're ramping up to run as a Republican. That I bet you money she comes out with a big old red R next to her name in the next election. She'll just jump whatever party's paying the most. Sell out. Sell out. Rittenhouse should have been found guilty on the bare minimum of reckless endangerment. This is a bill that says you can't say the word gay. It's a homophobic, anti-LGBTQ law, just like the homophobic stance you were raised on. Yeah. I'm embarrassed I ever supported or defended you. I'm embarrassed, but I own it. Find me the YouTube shows that can. Find me the shows that had her on that are now saying we were wrong. Can you find me those videos? I can't seem to find them. Wow. It's like the vigilante calls it while everybody else is chasing clicks and saying, stop this deal and whatever other nonsense. The vigilante keeps finding it right. What's happened? That's why Batman stands alone, kids. Stands alone, baby. Well, I hope it was worth it. I hope having a pro-Rittenhouse homophobe was worth. I hope the clicks pay off. I hope they were worth it. Follow the money, connect the dots, get the truth. You want to come for the truth? You come here. You want to get stroked off on some clickbait troll farm cult thing? Maybe this isn't the show for you. This isn't the show for you. I'm sober. I'm not drunk and high every day. Right? I'm in good shape. Right? Oh, I don't chase cult members. Right? I think for myself. Tulsi Gabbard. I'll never vote for a Democrat again. Obviously, I'm not going to vote for a Republican because they're a neo-Nazi organization. I'll never vote for a Democrat again. Never. Never. All right, Tulsi, you want to come on my show? You say the word. I'm in your home state. We could do it in person. Yeah. Didn't think so. Shave your knuckles for justice. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. We are still in our 9th month of demonetization from YouTube. So support what we're doing at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, which is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. It's free to sign up, and there's a premium level at $10 a month. And for that, you get everybody on the platform's premium content. Myself, Lee Camp, Ron Placone, Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb, Kim Iverson, Abby Martin, and many, many others. You can also support what we're doing at Venmo at Graham-Elwood and go to GrahamElwood.com. We have a PayPal button and a P.O. box. I also have crypto wallets, which are all in the show notes. Thanks for supporting what we do.